So, good morning, Mr. Paharon, and good morning, classmates. I'm Kailan M. Saplad, one of the members of the reporting of the urinary system, anatomy, and physiology. And I'm here to report my part in this reporting because under the circumstances of my training, I will be unable to report next week. So, there it is. Urinary system, anatomy, and physiology, report by Romina Salazar Saplad, Serat, and Sredevilla. The urinary system, anatomy, and physiology. As you can see in the illustration, the urinary system consists of our kidneys, the nephrons, and the process of urination, and basically how the organs involved in the urinary system work. The functions of the urinary system, mainly the functions of the kidneys, as follows. Now, the kidneys filter every day. The kidneys filter gallons of fluid from the bloodstream. So, ang atong kidneys mo na siya mag-filter sa atong fluid intake. Uh, kada adlaw, example, kung siya to imnon in liquid form, pareha ng juice, especially sa liquor and water. Waste processing. The kidneys then process this filtrate, allowing wastes and excess ions to leave the body in urine form while returning needed substances to the blood in just the right proportions. So, sa waste processing, ang atong kidney mo gihapon siya mo trabaho sa atong fluid intake na ma-absorb niya ang enzymes or vitamins, minerals sa content sa fluid niya atong intake. Apil po na ma-intake ang mga mo ba na saktong form hallucinogens or example di ka drugs or mga strong drugs, I mean legal drugs, and sa mga liquor mukuan siya sa atong bloodstream, absorb mo good and bad fluids ma-absorb gyapon na siya sa atong bloodstream. So kung mo nang mahubog ta, it's because kay ma-absorb man sa atong kidneys ang example sa liquor, ang botanicals niya, ang iya malt, may maka-arason nga mahubog ta. Sa mga good fluids food, sa mga juices, sa mga healthy fruits and vegetables nga mga atong example i-shake, okay good siya kay naman siya mga good good properties to help us maintain our healthy body and lifestyle. Sa elimination, although the lungs and the skin also play roles in excretion, the kidneys bear the major responsibility for eliminating nitrogenous wastes, toxins, and drugs from the body. So, ang kidney gihapon nato mo gihapon na mo trabaho sa pag-eliminate sa mga toxins sa atong body. So, example, og mo inom ka og tambal, ang ilaingon kay dili magpalabi og inom og mga strong drugs kay ang kidney gyapon mo absorb ana. So sa ako gi natuuhan ang dili kay ta mo abuse sa pag-inom og mefenamic acid kay strong kay na siya para sa to kidney niya. Kani fun fact og natay tattoo, magpa-laser ka sa to tattoo kanang ang kidney na pud siya role ana kay ang mahabilin na nga mga tawag mabili na lang niya ng mga ink or nanang mapilit sa body, maghinahinay na mo enter na sa to bloodstream and will be excreted in the form of our feces or in our urine. So regulation. The kidneys also regulate the blood's volume and chemical makeup so that the proper balance between water and salts and between acids and bases is maintained. So ang kidney mo na siya mo regulate sa salt level sa ato body. So ug maabuso gay ni magsitag hingaon og mga parat natay mga gitawag nga kidney stones mo na siya kanang imbalance na ba mo siya effect. So other regulatory functions by producing the enzyme renin, they help regulate blood pressure and their hormone erythropoietin stimulates red blood cell production in the bone marrow. And conversion. Kidney cells also convert vitamin D to its active form. So, ang atong vitamin D is example gikan sa sun. So, ang kidney napod siya role ana para magamit yun siya sa atong body. I-activate niya ang vitamin. The anatomy of the urinary system. As you can see na tay illustration o unsay itsura gid sa atong urinary system. Natay hepatic veins, cut lang siya, esophagus, cut gihapon, connected, and inferior vena cava, the adrenal gland, the aorta, the iliac crest, the rectum, the uterus, the renal artery, the renal hilum, the renal vein, the kidney, the ureter, the urinary bladder, and the urethra. And the urinary system consists of two kidneys, two ureters, a urinary bladder, and a urethra. The kidneys alone perform the functions just described and manufacture urine in the process, where the other organs of the urinary system provide temporary storage reservoir for urine or serve as transportation channels to carry it from one body region to another. Next. Kidney anatomy. Mo ni siya ang atong kidney. Makita na to sa illustration na ipakita. The kidney anatomy consists of cortical blood vessels nasa ibabaw, interlobal blood vessels. The renal hilum consists of three parts: the renal vein, renal nerve, and the renal artery. The medulla, the ureter, capsule, arcuate blood vessels, minor calyx, major calyx, the renal pelvis, ang pyramid niya, ang papilla, renal column, and the cortex. Kidneys. The kidneys, which maintain the purity and constancy of our internal fluids, are perfect examples of homeostatic organs. What yapon sa atong kidneys? The location of the kidneys, these small dark red organs with a kidney bean shape lie against the dorsal wall in the retroperitoneal position beneath the parietal peritoneum. The superior lumbar region, they extend from the T12 to the L3 vertebra. Thus, they receive protection from the lower part of the rib cage. So, ang location sa atong kidney is dool siya sa atong sakto-sakto sa atong puspon, protected di ibabaw sa atong tiyan ba? Sa lumbar region, protected siya sa atong lower part of the rib. Positioning, because it is crowded by the liver, the right kidney is positioned slightly lower than the left. Size, an adult kidney is about 12 centimeters or 5 inches long to 6 centimeters, 2.5 inches wide, and 3 centimeters or 1 inch thick, about the size of a large bar of soap. The adrenal gland. Top each kidney is an adrenal gland, which is part of the endocrine system, is a distinctly separate organ functionally. So, ang adrenal gland is part which is sa endocrine system, which can mo siya responsible sa atong growth throughout the years, growth development. So, ang fibrous capsule, a transparent fibrous capsule encloses each kidney and gives a fresh kidney a glistening appearance. Ang fibrous capsule, mo na siya membrane na cover sa kidney to protect it from different organs or example, mga infections or contaminations if ever na yung mga transplant nga mahitag ko tabang fibrous capsule. The perirenal fat capsule, a fatty mass. The perirenal fat capsule surrounds each kidney and acts to cushion it against blows. So, ang perirenal fat capsule, mao na siya murag nagpalibot po sa to kidney, nga mag-protect siya in case of sample na tayo sa din ng mga concussions due to kaning accidents, mga ato pagkatumba, na-protect yun na siya. The kidneys. Ano siya ang parts sa akong kidneys. The renal fascia. The renal fascia, the outermost capsule, anchors the kidney and helps it to hold in place against the muscles of the trunk wall. So ang atong mga definitions diri kay specified na kayo siya. So I don't think that I will elaborately explain some parts pero okay. The renal fascia again is the outermost capsule anchors the kidney and helps it to hold in place against the muscles of the trunk wall. The renal cortex, the outer region which is light in color is the renal cortex. So as you can see sa atong illustration ganiyo, asa ang renal cortex, pwede ito na ito ma-trace kanang earlier sa video. Sa renal medulla, deep to the cortex is a darker reddish brown area, the renal medulla. Renal pyramids. The medulla has basically triangular regions with a striped appearance. The renal or medullary pyramids. The broader base of each pyramid faces towards the cortex while its tip, the apex, points toward the inner region of the kidney. The renal columns. The pyramids are separated by extensions of cortex-like tissue. It's the renal columns. In the renal pelvis, medial to the hilum is a flat basin-like cavity, the renal pelvis, which is continuous with the ureter leaving the hilum. Calyces. Extension of the pelvis. Calyces form cup-shaped areas that enclose the tips of the pyramid and collect urine, which continuously drains from the tips of the pyramid into the renal pelvis. The renal artery. The arterial supply of each kidney is the renal artery, which divides into segmental arteries as it approaches the hilum. The each segmental artery gives off several branches called the interlobal arteries. The arcuate arteries at the mid at the cortex medulla junction, interlobar arteries give off arcuate arteries which curve over the medullary pyramids. The cortical radiate arteries. Small cortical radiate arteries then branch off the arcuate arteries and run outward to supply the cortical tissue. So next part is ang nephrons, which is ang ako na mga colleagues ang mo explain. So ang akong parts lang is the urinary system and the kidneys. So thank you everyone for listening. And thank you sir for the opportunity. God bless you always. Thank you.